Hi there, Jason Murray again from the Pine Ridge Golf Academy, and tip number 3 for the month of May today, again centred around your putting, is to do with how your setup or your routine of setup has a big influence on the lie angle of the putter and how that can affect, of course, the stroke mechanics at times. So when we're discussing or talking about lie angle, of course, we're referencing, of course, the lie of the putter on the ground. So, of course, if I was to go this way, that's what we'd reference as toe up. Of course, if I was to push the shaft this way, that would of course get the heel working more off the ground. And of course, having a custom fitted putter to your stance and of course your stroke dynamic is extremely important, but the routine can have a big influence on this as well. So one of the things I see an awful lot with players is they tend to take their grip as one of the early things in their routine. And the problem with this is, of course, if that grip position happens to be more of a finger grip, shall we say, where I have a lot of angle change between the shaft of the putter and my forearm, for example, as now I lower the putter down to the ground, the toe end of the putter will sit, of course, a long way off the ground. Now, some players, of course, will putt like this, and sometimes we see different rotations in the face, etc., as a consequence. But I also see a lot of players that manipulate the shaft into a better playing position, arguably, but I've changed now the whole functionality of how my arms and how my hands and the upper body may function, which in turn may have an influence on ball direction or speed control or coordination and sequencing. So instead of taking the grip first, I try and encourage players to sort of put that later on in their routine, whereby they may take the stance, so set the putter behind the ball, maybe square to target, and of course getting the shaft into its optimal playing position, building the stance and building the setup, and then applying their hands to the putter. And that means now that I've conformed to the putter itself instead of course, me trying to force the putter into a different position. So just explore and experiment a bit with the process of your routine and the order of your routine. And of course, length is another key component of this. The length of the putter for a lot of players that I coach is too long or sometimes too short, and that has a big effect as well. So if you were to explore and experiment with some of these things, I'm sure again you'll see an improvement in your putting performance.